that Moogle in the background with sunglasses? This guy got some deal with it, Moogle back there. Is that a PlayStation? I saw a PlayStation.
Oh, right. I gotta get to work.
That thing's got like rainbow eyes. That's the cutest thing ever. Somebody draw one of those for me immediately. Oh man, that's a... Oh my god, that's a Cait Sith and a Chocobo and a Cactuar. Got the deal with it Moogle up there. You got a PlayStation over here with some weird looking controller. Why could they not just put a PlayStation?
Now I see why Inna Crow is just about ready to throw in the towel.
You're not allowed to be confused.
Hey, whoa, take it easy.
What is with their
I
animations?
thought you were upset too.
Let's start the
They're
over.
so,
I'll make us some of the coffee.
they're so over the top.
Please.
But
My
I
god.
made some coffee before you got here. How can you just roll with this, Rain?
Chill the out. You live them much longer. Yeah, Lon. You shouldn't.
What is
start
he doing?
So much stress.
Alright. Alright. Square. Can we talk for a moment? Can we just have a little sit down talk here? Why? Why? Listen, I don't want to go on some crazy rant, okay? But this is, listen. Why is Square so hell-bent on selling all of their games as if they're selling them to 5-year-olds? Like really? Like, why? Like, I don't understand. Like, Final Fantasy VII, the remake, you've heard me yell about it all the time because it's an action-based RPG, which isn't a bad thing, but they said it was going to be for the Final Fantasy VII fan, and then they made it an action RPG, which makes no sense, because if you were making it for the Final Fantasy VII fan, it would be turn-based, because that's what Final Fantasy VII fans like. So that's whatever. But now they make this game, which is called World of Final Fantasy, which is supposed to be for Final Fantasy fans, right? Like, is this supposed to be for Final Fantasy fans, or is this supposed to be for 10-year-olds who have never played Final Fantasy? I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be for Final Fantasy fans. Like, it's World of Final. Like, you could not make a game that is more for Final Fantasy fans than this one. Okay, so if it's for Final Fantasy fans, why is it built like a mobile game for 5-year-olds? Like, I don't understand. Like, there's literally some commands that cannot be selected unless the game is set to classic. So why is it not set to classic? Like, why is it simplified so much? Like, why? Who do they think's buying this game? I mean, when did Square become this company that like simplifies all their games so that kids of any age can play? I mean, like, there's games out there for that. Like, Nintendo makes games like that all the time. Like, Square needs to make Final Fantasy Kart Racer, and that can be simplified for kids. But why? Like, why are they trying to simplify all their games now to be like baby's first ATB battle game? Exactly. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's the silliest thing I ever heard. Why set the game to like, when you start the game, it should say, you know, there should be like a kid mode, which you wouldn't call it kid mode, but there should be like a basic mode, and then normal. And the game should be set to normal, and then like it's set. Then, you know, if you bought this for your kid, you could set it to basic. Like, that would make so much sense. That would make total sense to me. You know what I mean? Because I could see how like a parent would buy this game for their child. You know, like, because I mean, look at it. Like, like, I would buy this for my 5-year-old. Like, I mean, well, maybe not for my 5-year-old. Personally, I don't think kids should play video games that young. But, like, if I had, like, a little kid that I wanted, you know, to buy a game for, I would buy this for them. This is, like, the cutest game ever. But there should be, like, an option. There should be, like... But I had to go into the menus to, like... So I don't know. This is weird. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe you could think it as, like, okay, we started off But see, now, oh, look at it, even shows their life bar. Why wouldn't it show their life bar on Classic? So, or on Basic. So Basic is literally like if you want this game to be one giant mobile game where you just spam X. Like that's, why would you even have that option? That's so stupid. I don't understand. But now look at this. I got abilities. I got items I can use. Like, why wouldn't this... I mean, I couldn't even use these abilities before. Look at this. Who wants to play this like this? Who would do this? This is the goofiest thing ever. Like, why? Now it feels like a game. Like, now I'm, you know...
Alright. I think I've seen enough for one to tussle.
Yeah.
Now I'm playing the game. Before I was playing World of Mobile Games Fantasy Simulator. I mean, I don't create video games, but I think that Square needs, like, to hire a whole room of people that just every day they go in and they ask themselves, who are we marketing to? Like, every day, because that's what they need, because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know who they're marketing to. It's like they make these games that look like they're for 5-year-olds, and then they put in like this complex story, but then it's got like this basic mode that's default that you just hit triangle and win, and the whole game feels like a mobile game. Like, what do they do? I don't understand. I mean, and they released this during E3, like...
Land of the Lilikin.
Like, I don't understand. It's... Like, they showed Final Fantasy 15, which is like a close to adult video game, and then right after that, they're like, World of Final Fantasy.
So, this must be Grimoire.
Oh, God!
What?
You look like such a little dweeb.
I'm telling you, man, Square really needs just a room of people that just, they come in and they look at what Square is doing and they say, what are you doing? Like, I don't understand. Like, listen, like, okay, alright, Square wants to make a game where you walk around as a cute little thing, a cute little chibi figure, and catch other chibi figures. That's fine. I totally understand that, okay? It's cute, it works, it's like Pokemon Final Fantasy, I get it, that's fine. But why do they make fun of themselves when they jump in? Like, it's as if they, like, you know, like, that'd be like if Ash walked up to Professor Oak and Professor Oak was like, welcome, Ash, to the world of Final Fantasy, or the world of Pokemon. And in this world, you catch these adorable little thing called Pokemon. There's Pikachu, there's Bulbasaur, there's Charmander, all these things really cute. You get to catch them in these little balls, and then you get to use them in battles. And Ash looked at him and he was like, that's stupid, and just, like, walked out. Like, you can't make fun of your own game. I don't understand. Why are they saying they look goofy? Like, they're like, wow, we look stupid. They're, like, laughing at each other. Why? That's like you're making fun of your own game. I don't understand. And then this says, Ina Crow will provide you with your first compatible prism whenever you encounter a new Mirage. And then it says, why doesn't Ina Crow just fork over the whole lot of them right now? Come on, where's the fun in that? So, why does it explain... Like Square finds the need to explain its own flaws in its own story. Like, you don't have to explain that. Like, that's like asking why Professor Oak didn't just give us every Pokemon to begin with. Like, that's not... It's a video game. You don't have to explain that. I mean, has Square made video games before? I'm pretty sure they have for a while now. Why did they forget how to do it? And it, like, recaps everything like we're 4. Like, Again, this game was not made for Final Fantasy fans. You thought it was, but they were yanking your chain. It wasn't made for Final Fantasy fans. It was made for people that have never played a video game before. Apparently. Because, like, I mean, if this were made for Final Fantasy fans, then they wouldn't be repeating themselves every 5 seconds. Because we've played video games before. I mean, you know what I mean? They could have at the beginning just been like, you know Pokemon? Yeah, it's Pokemon. And then we would have gotten it immediately. And I know you have to explain it in case, like, someone, you know, really hasn't played very many video games before. But I'm telling you, like, you could have had, like, you could have said it once, and any 5-year-old would have understood it.
Please recover my lives if you stay here and let me the rest a spell. So, don't forget to give me a breather before I run out of second the chances.
I don't understand. Why did he just take all that time to explain that he has multiple lives and he has to rest to get them back? I thought they were saying, like, okay, he's got like 5 lives. Every time you die, you lose a life, and then every however long you get a life back or something. Like, that's what I was expecting. And then it just says there's no penalty. Well, then why did he just spend 30 seconds explaining the lore of the reason that... I mean, why? This game is incorrect.
So, she's over at North Promenade.
Oh yes, yes. Tell me exactly where she is. Don't let me. No, don't let me explore. I mean, what's fun? What's exploring in Final Fantasy? See, this is what I'm talking about. This game was made for Final Fantasy fans. Are you sure? Are you sure they made this for Final Fantasy fans? Because why are you explaining to me what Gil is? Like, does that really need explaining?
Hey, are you ready to head back to Grimoire?
Stop. Stop it, Rain. Stop telling me exactly what to do next. Stop it. Stop it. I'm sick of your crap. Jeez. I can't walk 2 feet without her being like, alright, let's do this. Alright, let's do that. Alright, let's do this. Alright, let's do this now. What is he doing?
Okay.
Wait.
I'm not sure I caught every single word, but I guess...
Who did the animation for this?
This prisonarian belongs to one of my children.
Oh.
With the same boundless love and affection you feel.
Oh.
Okay.
Seraphi's kind of a special...
Another Square janitor special.
Well, I designed mine to be so completely unbreakable that even I can't undo them.
Undo what?
The rules.
You're bad at explaining.
You're saying you can't help because... that's the
Stop!
rules.
Just let me play!
Exactly.
Stop!
Is that? I mean, come on. Just who do you think you are?
Me? Oh, well... I'm God.
Oh, of course, she's God. Alright. Sweet. Bye, God.
She's gone.
Do you hate the story of this game? You can press R1 to skip it. It won't be long before you have no idea what's going on in the story. I already have no idea, so don't worry about it. Dude, I'm starting to believe that Square never made Final Fantasy. I think it was all a ruse. I don't think they made Final Fantasy. I don't think these are the same people. This is a different company. It has to be. I can't believe it. This must be a different company. There's no way. There's no way. I've already used the save crystal. Why are you explaining it now? Get out of here. I just saved anyways, so it's purpose doing this. I refuse to believe that the same people that made the incredible stories of Final Fantasy 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, the people that wrote, they created video games that sounded more like novels, you know? Like games that slowly, you know, revealed secrets about the universe until you get to the end and there's always like a twist ending and it's like got this great writing style and like you don't know everything off the bat, but you slowly learn things just like a novel. Like, that's why Final Fantasy got so popular, because it's like playing a novel. And a lot of people that play Final Fantasy like to read novels, and they play Final Fantasy, and they're like, oh, it's like reading a novel, but I get to fight things too. It's great. The same people that made that make this game that literally just has lines like, I'm God. Like, why? You couldn't leave that up to the imagination. You couldn't, like, you know, you couldn't, like, hint at that and have us try to figure it out. But nope, just lay it out there. By the way, I'm God. Lol.